What's up, everybody? Welcome into What You Heard Reviews.
Yes, sir. We back.
We're back. Another
Special edition.
Another special, man.
Special.
What are we doing today?
Man, we got something a little bit different.
We do have something a little
bit different. We got Lenny.
Oh, man.
Lenny the Legend.
Yes.
We're going to get into it. Lenny the Legend Kravitz. Album is Circus via 1995.
26 years old.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
this.
Let's
talk about it.
All right. Now, 1995.
1995, bruh.
This Lenny Kravitz does not get enough credit, in my opinion.
Let's keep it a buck.
Let's
keep it a buck.
About this real quick.
Let's keep it a buck.
You know, he's not the top tier, but he's carried the torch.
Is he not the top? Is he not?
Like, okay, so let's just say
that's what I'm. Yeah, that's.
Let's say let's take Jimi Hendrix, right?
Right.
Top tier, right?
Right.
Musician.
Right.
He's carried that torch.
Yeah, but I'm like, damn it. I'm like, you still up? Like,
oh, he's up there.
He's up there.
He is up there, man. And it's just, I don't feel like Lenny Kravitz gets enough love.
Not at all.
I feel like people talk about him more in his movie roles and stuff when they come up than they do his music.
Yes.
And I feel like,
or they talk more about his family than they actually do talk about him.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, very true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's a legend.
Yes, he's a legend, dude.
He's a legend.
And we need to honor
There's so
him.
many songs. There's so many songs that have come out that you don't even know that, like, oh damn, that's Lenny Kravitz.
And listen, man, Lenny Kravitz plays everything. He plays the drums, he plays the bass, he plays the acoustic guitar, the electric guitar. He does everything, man. Everything. So we got to break this down, dude.
Yep.
Circus,
Lenny Kravitz.
Oh my gosh, dude. Let's break it down. Let's get into this. So, first is Rock and Roll is Dead. First track. What do you think, dude? Is this the way to start an album?
If you're going to start off an album,
right?
This is the way.
This is the way to do it. This is
how you do it.
Hit you in your face.
Wow.
Let's get it.
Netflix special.
Ba-da.
This is the way you do it.
It's the way you do it, man. Rock and Roll is Dead.
Rock and Roll is Dead.
By the way, I personally, man, king of the guitar riffs, bro. Like,
oh my gosh.
And this one
we'll
no exception to that rule.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Again, so I wanted to say something in the beginning, man, and I kind of skipped over it. This album is a rock album, but you can actually put gospel behind that. Don't be afraid of that, though. Don't be afraid.
You can slash the hell out of this album.
You could. I want to. We need to talk about that.
Yeah,
real
we're
quick
gonna get into it
because it's a lot of everything.
It's
a rock album.
It's rock. It's definitely rock.
It's definitely rock. But there's definitely.
But it plays
elements.
on every aspect of rock. It plays on the soul. It plays on a little bit of jazz in certain areas. Country is very apparent amongst a couple of tracks here. Hard rock, alternative rock. Mm-hmm. It's got everything. And then Lenny Kravitz again. Let's talk about the man's voice.
Yes, dude.
Very underrated.
Yes, dude.
And it's something to be said that, look, you know where you at. You know what notes you can hit. Mm-hmm. And you out here hitting the notes.
Right. And
then when you got to hit him with that, you hitting him with that.
Right. Yes, you do. And I have so much appreciation for his music, man.
Yes.
Like and this is my era of music, and I just hold this album holds a very special place in my heart, dude. Like, it really does, and oh man, it's just so good.
Fire.
Yeah.
All right, so
Rock and Roll's Dead, and now
number 2,
Circus title track,
and it's very well placed.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. He didn't start off the album with this song. That he placed it right at the number. There was no other place in the album for this song. Mm-hmm. It was number 2.
Right. And
song placement, I'm gonna just tell you off the bat, very well calculated. It takes you back to the days, man, where people really thought out albums. And and we'll probably consistently say that throughout this album. It just, everything is well thought out, the way it's recorded, the way it's mixed, the flaws that create the flawlessness in this, the flawless victory. Yeah, I mean this, and you know, a song about basically what are we doing out here? We're running, we're on the roller coaster. We're running the hamster wheel. We're in a circus. This is the life that we live as human beings. And how do we manage that? How do we balance that? Fire,
dude. Yes, you hit everything that I wanted to say about it, dude. Like the meaning behind this song, actually, it's the best title track too, because it's set up this album. It's about life, and you know, I did a little bit of research, and you know, he was in a bad spot. He was you know, kind of depressed. His mom was, you know, very ill at the time, and it just in a rough spot in your life, dude. And it's, you could feel it. You could just feel it
throughout the album. Throughout the album,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So then we go on. This is where it's very interesting how this album is laid out.
Very spiritual.
So we have Beyond the Seventh Sky. And, you know, he's talking about, you know, again, guitar riff, dude, the way that this,
fire,
so good.
Fire.
But, you know, he's talking about going to the room next door to God. You know, having that room, having that place in heaven, you know, and kind of can't wait to get there in a sense, you know. I got work unfinished here, but I'm looking forward to Beyond the Seventh Sky.
Fire.
And I love the title of this. I was telling you, you know, if you know, I'm not huge religious, but I have dabbled in, you know, God's favorite number 7. So it's so cool. Like, you know, when you start thinking about how stuff is laid out and stuff, it just fire, dude.
Fire.
So good.
Next one, Tunnel Vision.
Tunnel vision running through my head.
Man. Yes.
Can't help myself. All I see is red.
Man, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's basically, you know, talking about anger issues, talking about, you know, letting things affect you and bother you to a certain point where
getting blinders
you just don't
blinders.
You don't see anything, and you're just focused on this.
Yeah.
And you let that consume your energy so much. Where is it really worth it? Do you need, you know, you got to open your eyes a little bit.
And what's funny, dude, is like this song is so like upbeat, like you think it could be like, but it's really, dude, like we'll talk about the struggle of that, just the emotions, you know, and the emotions, and that's what I mean, like by the oozing out of like the emotions that he put in this album. Even though songs sound uplifting or whatever, they all have like this life meaning. And,
the bars, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Bars.
Oh man. Next one after that.
It's a very popular song. I just can't get you off of my mind. Yeah. And I'll be alone. Y'all know that joint.
You know this joint.
You know, you done heard it at the grocery store. You done heard that motherfucker at Fry's or something. You know what I'm saying? Albertsons. You know what I mean?
This is that love song, dude. Of, you know.
Yeah. I just can't get you off my mind.
I can't get you off my mind. You've affected me in this way. You know. Again, just a cool love song, dude. That's in here. No, you disagree?
No, is it a love song though? Is it about a love interest? Now,
ooh,
he just crossed my mind because it's a very spiritual album.
You're right, dude. Yes. Damn. See, man.
Is it a real like love interest, or is it like
now you're making
spiritual? I can't get you off of my mind.
Right. Yeah.
The highest power.
I think it kind of maybe has double meaning to it though, because he does say her in there.
Okay, we got to take a pause and go listen to the song again.
We'll be right back.
Fire. But throughout the album,
there is a religious undertone to this whole album though. So,
but real quick, throughout the album, he uses the reference of a woman, although he uses both. Like, it's spiritual, but the reference of a woman. So do you think the reference of a woman was almost a way to kind of blanket what he was actually talking about within the album.
It very well possibly could
because
be.
this is 1995, and again we're talking about just keep it 1,000,
Mm-hmm.
1 thou wow. It's a black man doing rock,
Mm-hmm.
which was not this is hip hop golden era at this time,
right.
and people weren't doing a lot of you were, if you were gospel, you were gospel.
Yes.
You weren't speaking about
Right.
spirituality
Right.
this way, the way he is in this album. So did that like kind of, okay, I'm going to generalize it in order to get my message across?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really
either,
don't know
but-
now that I'm thinking about it. I just can't.
Yeah.
Man.
That is,
Whoa.
oh boy, man. Man, just learning as we're recording here, dude. It's crazy.
Whoa. Hall of Fame.
Track number 6 is Magdalene.
Magdalene. It's a journey story.
It's a journey story, very much so. I like the story on this.
I
dude.
love the story.
Talking about female 17 going to Hollywood, basically trying to live out her dreams and
Again.
becoming a stripper, and
Again, bro.
dude. So
Is it you? Go ahead.
no, go ahead. What do you?
I'm just saying, is it the story? Yeah, I don't know. It's
Again,
really making me think a lot now that
right.
I'm like, man, hold up.
Right, but I think it's
It's a
I
great
can be
story.
interpreted to both though, because
It could be.
it's a life story.
It's a life story.
right, and it's
Trying to make it. Mm-hmm. We out here. We got to do what we got to do sometimes.
But I still think I would agree with you. I still think it has some religious undertone to it, though, for sure. And I think every song does.
For sure.
Everyone, even I think the least is probably "Rock and Roll Is Dead," but still, there's little lines in there where he was like, "You got," I'm sorry to go back to number one, but but we're talking about the religious undertone. It's like, well, you have demons in your head, and you know, so there are like little droplets of things, and
Facts.
it's like very interesting, dude. A very interesting
Agreed.
album, and it's so funny as a young teenager when this came out, I played this album all the time. Never thought about it like that, ever, because
We're not
listen
listening
to music.
exactly.
You're listening because of the music. The guitar riffs are fucking killer in this thing,
right,
man. They're just
right,
killer.
crazy.
Now
So,
here's where it really
it's
gets.
blatant.
Is blatant.
God is love.
Yes.
Number
God
7.
is
God is love.
love.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a very big departure from the album as far as sonically going. It's very psychedelic, but it's also very interesting because I feel like he's in his head and you're hearing what's in his head.
Yes.
So you hear the psychedelic. Picture yourself like you don't want anybody in here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's almost like he spit out what was, you know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Like that weird, it's kind of, I wouldn't say weird, it's more psychedelic-y-ish. You know what I'm saying? But
very psychedelic.
right. And
Very much so.
But the message is very clear.
And again, it's placed so well in the album that it makes sense here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it had been placed somewhere else, it may have felt, okay, what? That's weird. Yeah. But right here, this is kind of a transitional point in the album.
That it is, yes.
Where it fits perfectly. And there's so many ranges to this album sonically. Even though it keeps a consistent tone for the most part, there's so many. I mean, every track is it's definitely a wave on this. So
for sure. It's going to take you on a journey.
It's definitely going to take you on a journey.
Next after that, my favorite song on this album, hands down, no doubt about it, Thin Ice.
I second you on that.
Dude, this song is, I love everything about this song.
About it.
Okay, first of all, the best guitar riff on this album is here. Now,
fire.
I'm not taking anything else away from this album, like from the other guitar riffs in here are amazing. But this is the blend with that and and so, and then the message on top of that.
Right.
You skating on thin ice.
We living on thin ice.
Like, what are you doing with your life?
What are you doing out here?
You can't live this way.
You can't do it.
You're eventually going to fall.
Seat of your pants.
Yeah.
Edge of the boat.
And then I love
No seatbelt.
we didn't mention this. He's done this with every song on the album. He lets it breathe. And I love the way he lets these songs breathe.
They just letting the riffs and the drums and the instrumentation just take heed of the song in a way that at this point hadn't been done in a while. You know what I'm saying? As far as, back in the 60s, 70s, that was a normal thing to let the beat breathe.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was like there really wasn't a lot of verses. It was like we had a chorus, a little, 8-bar verse, and then we going to let the beat breathe. This one and a lot of the songs are past 4 minutes on this album.
Yeah. 10 of them.
Yeah, I mean,
there's only two.
Only two
that are they're damn near 4 anyway.
Right.
But he lets every single thing
breathe.
He lets it breathe. And then we go into the guitar solo of this best guitar solo, in my opinion, on this album. And then you have this cool, crazy build at the end, and
you have to listen to this joint to the end, like
all the way through.
Let the vocals
all the way through.
Fool you.
Gotta
all
do it.
The way
I do
through.
it all the way through, dude. You gotta do it all the way through.
It's like Lenny looked around the room and was like, "Okay,
let's
y'all
talk
ready?"
about this real quick, dude.
Okay.
Again, there's getting all excited, dude. I love this song, dude. It's so good.
Fire.
But the live instrumentation almost of it as well, where the drummer's getting faster, whereas Lenny's getting faster.
Going up.
I love that, dude.
And then as it ends, as it starts to decrease in the energy, and we're gonna end this thing off, and it literally the tempo drops like do.
You're right. Talking musically is so cool to me, dude. I love when musicians talk to each other.
I'm telling you, looking at the room, he's like, "Hey,
let's
y'all
go.
ready?
Let's go."
You know what I'm saying? Fire.
Next song, man. Don't go put a bullet in your head.
Yeah, in your head.
In your head.
In your own head.
Yes. This
coming off of the last song, Skating on Thin Ice. Don't go and put a bullet in your head.
It's very well placed.
1, 2.
Yes, very well
perfect
placed.
placement.
This is right after Kurt Cobain killed himself from Nirvana, and when I read about this song, and it was he didn't want kids to follow suit in that. Like, look, I know you guys liked his music, please don't do it. But then there's even a deeper message of like him going, life gets tough. You might be having a hard time feeding your family, your kids, and your wife.
Yes, yes.
It's okay. Don't go put a bullet in your head.
Keep rolling.
It's okay. Just
it's gonna
change
get
it
better.
Up. Just change
it's
it
gonna
up.
Get better.
Yeah.
Facts.
So,
which at this point, bro, that's a huge message, man. Back in 1995, because it just people weren't really talking about mental health and struggles at that point. You know,
dude.
Not really.
Yeah, not really. All right, song number 10.
In My Life Today.
Again, another very kind of talking about God again.
Yes.
About being in my life.
Be in my life today.
Be in my life today.
Yep.
Like, I'm going through some stuff.
I'm going through it.
I need you here
today. I need you.
Yes.
I need you majorly.
Yes, please be by my side. Be here today.
Yes.
For me.
Facts.
And and it's so good, dude. Like,
big spiritual undertones.
Yes.
Not even, I'll say overtones. They're
they're
you just got to look for them.
Right. Last song.
Man.
1B. The Resurrection.
Yes.
Again.
Fire.
Build
up.
My second favorite song on this album is this. Oh.
I second you.
Okay.
I second and third you on
again.
That.
The way this song is constructed is so beautifully done, man. You have this
build up. Yeah. Build up.
And not that it hasn't been done prior and after, but the blend of the acoustic and the electric guitar
Facts.
is so beautifully done.
Facts.
And especially in this song, you have this kind of it's just the guitar, dude, the acoustic guitar in the beginning, and then you hear the stringed violin sounds coming in, and then all of a sudden, about a minute and 20 in,
boom, boom. No.
Yeah, man. It's
Wait.
Whoa, where are we going? And I love his vocals in that, dude. Like where he's coming, that wave, he rode it.
Yes.
He rode that wave perfectly.
Let's talk about the vocals across the album, and the instrumentation as well. We talked about it. It seemed like there's a ton of reverb on this, but it makes sense for the album. It has a very live performance feel, and it's very. It gives you that I'm in the room.
Oh yeah, the drums are sitting back here. Lenny's up here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Crazy.
It just
They
gives
had
you that
room
cool...
mics everywhere.
Yeah, they did. Man.
They had
They
room
did.
mics. They had big mic over here, mic over here, mic. You know, they had.
We'll put it in this corner.
Right.
We'll put it in that corner. Yeah,
You
everywhere.
know,
Yeah.
And the producer was like, "Well, we have to have that lemon sound. Put it over here." You
Right,
know what I'm
dude,
saying?
yeah.
That old school shit.
Fantastic way to end this album too.
Fire.
Fantastic way to.
That's the way you're gonna end it.
You're gonna end it. End it that
If
way.
you gonna end it, you gonna end it like that.
I don't think there's any other way to end that.
If you gonna end it with the resurrection. You know what I'm saying?
So let's give some scores, man. Let's give some scores.
Who's going?
You go first, man.
All right, man. Easy. 10.
What? It's a 10, dude. Hands down. This is one of my favorite 90s rock
Fire.
albums, dude. And look at I could probably drag Dre into 90s rock. There was so much good rock in the 90s.
Speaking of that, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never listened to this album before.
Really?
You shouted.
Oh, well, you've heard a couple songs off of it.
I've heard a couple
but you
songs. I've
really
never dude. And I love Lenny Kravitz, but I've never like.
You never dove deep.
No.
Yeah.
Like whatever's out, I'm oh, that's a fire. So I'm just wasn't a thing. I just never looked into it.
Right.
Fire.
Dude.
Fire.
10 Clouds.
10 Clouds.
Hands down.
Hands down. I know y'all tired of us giving 10s, but it's Black History Month.
Right.
And it's Lenny Kravitz.
And we only
it's
bring
a legend.
We only bringing the best to Black
That's
History Month
it.
anyways,
That's it. That's
bro.
what we doing.
We ain't bringing a 4 to the table.
It's not called a special for no reason. It's
Right?
special.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
special.
and this is a special album.
Please go check out this album. Just
Special
a
10.
Fire. Go
Fire.
back. This actually could have came out yesterday.
It could have came out yesterday.
The only
Big
problem
facts.
with that, real quick, just before we go, is they don't make rock music like this anymore. That's the only
ain't
problem.
doing it. They ain't doing it.
Everything's to a grid today with rock. It kind of sucks and it kind of bothers me as somebody who
They
grew
ain't
up with
setting up
rock.
no room mics like that, bro.
Nah,
they ain't
dude,
trying to get
everything's
that
done
lime
with
sound.
one of these. Everything's in one of these.
They ain't trying to
on
get
a
that
grid.
watermelon sound. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
cantaloupe sound.
Anyways, you guys stay safe. You guys stay positive.
And as always, I think it's Black History Month.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.